How's everybody doing? Is everybody okay? Just waiting for some people to come on, some of my rays of light. Hi, guys. It's been a minute. I just woke up. Hey, guys. I'm here live. Live. I'm having my coffee. Hey, Tony. Hey, guys. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Glow. Hi, Miles. Hey, everybody. Tamika. Hey, guys. Hi, Charlie. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to be doing your July horoscopes live because Spirit has a way of, I think, making fun of me. I recorded a video that was 15 minutes long this morning, and don't you know, these little things, these are the when I record, I use these little microphones. Don't you know that it was, I guess my microphone was dead, and you did not pick up any volume. So I was talking basically to the camera for about 15 minutes, as long as the video was, and you could not hear my comment. And I could have done a voiceover, but I'm like, no, yep, this is retrograde shadow because it starts what, July 17th or something like that, and then it goes through August, mid-August, or like the beginning of August. So yeah, Mercury retrograde, I'm already feeling it, but we're not claiming that. We're claiming that we are, it's going to be good. It's going to be good energy. But yes. So we're going to start off with the fire signs. I'm not doing any readings tonight, but I'm going to be doing the horoscopes by the elements. So I'm going to start off with my fire sign. So if you're an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, this is going to be your horoscope for July. And don't forget to put cinnamon in your left hand and blow it through the threshold of your door to bring in abundance. Okay? So bring in that abundance. Thank you, Remain Calm. You got this. I love that. Thank you for the compliment. All right, so we're starting off with my fire signs again: Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This month, I have the Two of Wands. So this is about planning, a lot of planning for you guys. I feel like travel as well. I get the Two of Pentacles as well. So a lot of juggling with finances, engagements, being busy. And the King of Pentacles. This is like could be you embodying the King of Pentacles, which is like the sugar daddy card in tarot. So basically what it means is that you're someone that's very passionate about work. You like to provide, you are chivalrous. You take care of those around you. And if not, this could symbolize somebody that is in your life or coming into your life like that. The World card also tells me you're closing some chapters. So some of you might be ending a relationship, ending a friendship, leaving a job behind, but there's something that is culminating around you. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, but everything's going to be okay financially. I think a lot of us have fears with what's happening in the with this administration, with what's happening in the world. A lot of people are afraid, but I do feel like you're going to be just fine. We also have the Four of Wands. So this is about manifesting what you want in the future, like solid foundations, happiness, unity, stability. All your dreams are coming to fruition if you are a fire sign. And July is a very powerful month. In fact, when I was recording the reading that I did for the horoscopes this morning, that didn't there was no volume to. One of the major themes that I kept seeing was that this is a time of a lot of Uranus energy that's happening not only for the air signs but also for all the signs in general. There's a lot of like financial abundance in the month of July. So I also get the Four of Cups. This is about like being depressed, getting in your headspace. A lot of you might be going, and I see a common theme with four, the number four too. So um I feel like a lot of you might have some ups and downs, even though other things in your area and other areas in your life are going well, you'll have moments where you feel a little down, and depressed. Then we have the King of Cups. So again, you are a giver or you have someone in your life that is going to want to give to you. Allow yourself to be given to and be nurtured because you deserve that. I also see the Page of Wands. So again, there's some new beginnings, a lot of contemplation of what you want and where you want to go this month of July. So, um, yeah. Okay, here we go. Then I have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, we have that here. And I feel like this is like a new journey for you as well. So again, I see you moving forward in many ways. Um, but I definitely feel like the message here for you guys is to keep deep rooted in your goals and what you want. Don't lose sidetrack. Don't get sidetracked by people. Don't get too caught up in your head because that can be a dangerous place to be in if you're a fire sign. So now we're going to get into my air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So let's get into it. Hey, Vindalin. Hey, guys. So we're doing the horoscopes for July. For those of you that are just joining, I was talking about how I did a video this morning and it did not take. Spirit was like, nope, I guess they wanted me to go live, right? Which is okay. So we're doing our air signs now, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. First thing we get here is the Queen of Wands. So again, in your creative zone, I feel like you're in your creative zone. You are, it's all about creating, reinventing yourself, but also stepping into that magic, that magical side of yourself, listening to your intuition. It's going to be speaking to you. Um, I also got here the Seven of Wands. So it's almost like you're going to have to stand up for what you believe in. People like to challenge us as air signs, but you're going to have to stand up for what you believe in and be strong with your convictions of what you believe in. Um, Nine of Wands. So you're carrying a lot of responsibility. It could be weighing heavily on you. A lot of us are, especially with air signs, we're always go, 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 go. That we rarely stop to smell the roses and take care of ourselves. Sometimes we are putting other people before us. So this is a reminder this month to kind of slow down because you could get burned out. And again, I feel like you're very prone to having a very good month, but also a very depressive month if you're not taking care of your health, not taking care of yourself in general. One thing's for certain, two things for sure is that your intuition with the High Priestess card is going to be popping. You're going to be very, very in tune with things. Um, and the Hangman came out in reverse. Now, I don't normally read reversals, but because it came out in reverse, I feel like you're going to start seeing things from a different set of lenses and seeing things a little bit better than you have in the past. But you are moving forward. There might be some travel for you, unexpected travel, a trip with a friend, with your mans, your woman, whatever. There's going to be some new things. Hey guys, hey Talia. But I also feel like there's this part of you that everybody has wants a piece of you, whether it's children, a partner, your sister, your auntie. You're going to want to have time for yourself. Okay. And you're going to want silence. And that time is to heal, is to think clearly and listen to the sound of your voice. Ten of Pentacles, again, a very potential month to network, to have things, get things done, but also it's a time of reflection. Don't jump for, just for the first thing that you see. Try to stay um, in your power, but also see things that are being shown to you. Don't think like, oh, I'm making this up in my head because you're not. Three of Cups, a lot of celebrations, good news. So again, like I said, it's a very positive month if you're an air sign. The potential to be a very good month, lucrative month financially for you as well. But that's all going to depend on you getting out of your head and like pushing yourself. There's days that we're going to have that you don't want to do certain things that you're just going to have to do it. Talia, I'm not doing any private readings tonight. What I'm doing is I'm just doing the horoscopes for the month. As I was telling everybody, I was recording that earlier and this morning, and it did not go through. So I had to redo it. So yeah, we're gonna be doing now my water sign. So if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, this is gonna be your horoscope. Okay. All right. So for this month for my water signs, I feel with the Five of Pentacles, like there's this feeling of like being careful. Like it could feel like things around you are feeling a little rocky, and that you need to stick close to home rather than spending a lot of money. I feel like there's a lot of changes happening. Not necessarily that you're going through a financial struggle, but some of you might read the reality might be that you are. But I feel like a lot of it is fear that you're holding on to. With the Justice card, I feel like there's a need for balance in your life. So again, not overdoing things and making sure that everything is balanced and fair in your life, making sure that you're taking care of yourself. So very Libra-esque type of card. The Queen of Cups, you're a giver. Make sure that you're giving, but also it's being reciprocated. Sometimes as givers, the takers will just take and they'll take freely from you. But if it's not reciprocated in your life, like, people around you, pay attention who you call your friends and what they are doing for you. If you're the one always picking up the phone for them, but when you need to pick up, when you need to call them and you need advice and they're not picking up the phone for you, there is not a balanced friendship or relationship. And it's just not that. It's like when, other things like maybe you do too much for your partner, but they're not doing for you. They expect you to do everything after you come home from a hard day at work, and pick up around the house and stuff. It's got to be balanced. Nine of Cups. Again, you're going to be financially everything is good. You're manifesting, you're leaping forward into your reality. But a lot is there could be a little bit of confusion with that card. I feel like with the Nine of Cups again, um, there's this feeling at times like, of like you can get lost in the thoughts of having everything that you want, but at the same time, not appreciating it because sometimes we try to fill a void somehow. But with the Ten of Pentacles, everything's going to be okay. I just feel like, again, spend your money wisely this month. And with the Ace of Pentacles, it's going to be just fine. Like money's going to keep coming in. So I feel like on the emotional front is more of where you're going to be targeted at because you are more of the water sign, water energy. You are going to, if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you're going to be very emotional, more emotional than so this month. And I do feel with the Page of Cups, it's almost like that's a lot of water energy. It's almost like you're going to be very observant, but still giving, but like you're going to be very selective as the month progresses of who you give your time and your energy to. Seven of Cups, again, I just feel like a lot is up in the air. There's a lot of confusion at times of where you're going to go. And then the Ten of Wands is like you carry a lot of stuff from the past that you still need to release. This could be childhood traumas, wounds that need to be healed. And it's a process. No one said it would be easy, but stay away from the drama. Stay away from people that are dramatic and that bring all their problems to you. Because even though you're right where you need to be, you don't need to be dealing with all that bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that, like they say, right? But with the Three of Cups, there's going to be some reasons to celebrate. Again, good energy coming in. And I guess, like, also things are going to be revealed to you. I have to say that Pisces, a Cancer, Scorpion, Pisces are one of the most, those are most of the most intuitive of all the zodiac. The water signs are very intuitive. Well, I'm not saying that none of the other zodiac signs aren't, but I do feel for the most part, because I'm a Gemini sun sign, but I'm a Cancer moon, Cancer rising, that Cancer connection makes us super intuitive as well as Pisces and Scorpio, very much on it. So, all right, now we're going to get into our earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. If you're listening, I might have some time for some of the questions that y'all have. So let's get into the last part of the horoscopes. All right. So if you're a Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn, this is going to be for you. First thing I get is the Eight of Swords. So a lot of you might have some hangups. The swords are very much our mental, our thoughts. It's not necessarily the reality of it. So I feel like with the Eight of Swords, this is saying like You might feel like you're very guarded. At times you have your shield up. You're not letting necessarily anybody new coming in. You're very skeptical about certain things, and they want you to let your hair down and trust again and be able to be open, because sometimes we're like, well, I want a man, or I want a woman, or I want something in my life. I want to not have to be working paycheck to paycheck. But what are you willing to do to change? What are you willing to change in your life in order to get that? You can't live in the same house where a war was, or where you were wounded. You can't live in the same city where you were not welcome in. So we constantly have to change things. You can't stay in a job forever where you're not appreciated. Do you get where I'm going with that? So it's like, if you want change, you have to bring about change. You can't just stay in the same confines in the same way and expect things to change automatically. It's just not going to happen. The 10 of cups. So this is about happiness, a lot of emotional fulfillment, a lot of good things. And the wheel of fortune, again, showing me that, and showing you guys that this is your card of destiny and luck. Just as the wheel turns, so does your destiny for more positive things. But you have to see that. You can't be constantly in a negative mindset saying, well, everything is. You guys hear me? I had an incoming call. Hello? Okay, sorry. The hangman, again, a lot of you could be feeling a little trapped. And then I get the high priestess. So I do feel a lot of you are going to be very in tune with your situation. And then the hierophant is almost like you need to just trust and believe. And I feel like a lot of you are more in your spiritual path. You're more aligned spiritually. And I see with the Two of Pentacles, you have some decisions to make. So I think we all have some fears, but needless to say, I feel like you have a good set of a good head on your shoulders. And the Queen of Swords kind of tells me you're going to have to set boundaries with people. Being nice sometimes doesn't pay. I'm just going to say it. Sometimes being too nice does not pay. And that's a lesson that you'll learn as you get older in life. Unfortunately, we all want to have an open heart. I'm not saying to be a cold-hearted bitch, but in life, being nice sometimes does not pay, because people will take advantage of you. And you can be nice and select who you are nice to, but you can't always be nice. Three of Swords. Again, a lot of heartbreak. Again, you might have encounter a situation where someone disappoints you. That's not always a romantic, a breakup, a divorce. It's sometimes a friendship or a situationship that goes south, but you're going to be okay. You're going to get through it. The thing with the Three of Swords, which I love this card, and when you look at it in the traditional tarot, it's the three swords, right? And it's inserted into a heart. It's stabbing, piercing the heart, and it looks like, oh, it's the end. It's so scary. But the reality is that situation, those swords can be pulled out. Remember, the swords are more dealing with our thoughts. Yes, it represents like a physical representation of like heartbreak, right? Oh, she's stabbed in the heart. But those swords are more of our mental, it's air energy. It's more of our thoughts. And so when we control our thoughts, our heart can heal. So this is what I teach when I teach tarot classes. So I do mentor and teach tarot classes. It's a 4-week course as well. I'm using this time, yes, to promote it. If you want to take a course, I do psychic development mentoring and also mediumship development, developmental mentoring as well. So it's a level 1, level 2 course as well. If you're interested, be sure to go to my website. You can sign up for that. But I have to go on to a next session. I wish I could do some personal readings. I thought I would, but I had a call that's very important. I have to take it. I love you guys. I will be back. This video will be posted. Enjoy it. Again, it was for all the horoscopes for the month of July. Don't forget, all my readings are 30% off as well. And I do have a lot of my spiritual candles that are now available on my website as well. So have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Bye.